Hey guys, welcome to Me, Myself, and I.
So I'm Naomi.
And I'm Niti.
So our channel is all about dating, sex, and psychology.
And you can find us on Spotify, TikTok, and Instagram.
So stay tuned. When do you think girls are doing too much? Like, what defines girlfriend treatment versus wifey treatment? Like, when should a girl be in each role? If that makes sense.
First question, like doing too much. I think what you mentioned about time is good because I don't think there's like such a thing as doing too much. Like when you love a person, like if it doesn't feel like too much to you, then who's to say it is too much? But I think there's definitely like stages in which like you can do too much when it's too early.
So during like the first 3 months of talking to someone, like what do you expect from a girl?
I don't really expect. I feel like 3 months is kind of short. Like there isn't like much in terms of activities to expect. Like I feel like 3 months is when you're trying to learn like what like is good for your partner, and you're trying to like be the best partner you can be, and like back and forth. So I think it depends on the relationship. But like if you're talking about like certain things, like oh like some guys are like oh I better come home to like 10 meals a day.
Yeah, like when would you expect? Okay, obviously not 10 meals a day, but when would you expect like coming home to a meal?
Coming home to a meal? I mean, personally, hey, the guys aren't gonna love me for this, but if you're not married or like at least like fiance,
this is what I'm trying to get to. This is what I'm trying to get to.
I don't know. Expecting it is crazy. Like it's a nice, like don't get me wrong, it's a nice surprise if like you come back and she's like, oh, like I made this for us, like let's eat together. Like obviously that's gonna get you points, but like if you're like trying to like if you're expecting it. Then and you like that's not your fiance or there's nothing there, then to me that's like strange, you know. Just me personally.
So would you say cooking for your significant other is wifey behavior?
I would say if you're doing it consistently, that sounds like wifey to me. If it's like
every once in a while.
If it's once in a while, like oh it's a birthday, anniversary, or like date night, then that seems fine to me. But if it's like every day, like you in the kitchen making something and you're not married, like.
What about laundry?
Laundry? I don't know. Laundry to me personally has always been a crazy one with laundry. Because it's like, I don't know, like laundry, when I think of like a girl doing my laundry, I think less of like a wife and more of like a mom, you know? If that makes sense. Because it's like.
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing, crazy? Some things are just crazy. Like when you hear it in someone else's mouth, you're like, oh wow.
I feel like a lot of the times, like girls, when they really like a guy, like they're gonna want to do everything, you know. And it's like, if you do it without like any commitment from him, I'm gonna put you on game. Like chances are you're not gonna get the commitment in the end. Because like I've learned, it's like it's kind of bad to say, but I'll be honest. Like if a girl like is cooking me meals and like doing all this stuff for me, and like we're not even dating or together yet or any of that, like chances are like I'm never gonna think to myself, oh like she's done all this for me, I should wife her up.
Yeah.
Because if it's like if you show up to McDonald's and they give you a free burger, you're not gonna be like, oh like I want to pay for this, you know?
Yeah, you're just gonna expect it. You're gonna get comfortable.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we were saying. A lot of people aren't getting proposed to, or they aren't end up getting married because they're comfortable already.
They're already doing the wifey things before.
It's like
proposed.
No,
everybody loves a bargain, and if I'm getting all of this for free, like it's never gonna be like. Because I feel like girls, you might think differently where you're like, oh, like, I'm going to cook him all this stuff. He's going to fall in love with me. That might earn you points, but it's like, if he doesn't already like you, then it's like, I'm sorry, but it's really not going to help you. He's going to be sitting at home thinking you player. He's going to be like, man, ate a great meal. I don't even like this girl. Like, life is good.
Yeah.
You know?
But why do you think girls are doing wifey things when they don't need to be doing it?
I feel like a lot of girls just think, oh, if I can show him I'm gonna be a good wife, then he'll wife me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot
show him, you know, what you're getting into.
Whereas
like,
guys are thinking the opposite almost.
Well, they're like, yeah, like we need to spend time together before you get husband treatment. Like we need to have been together for a certain amount of time. Like the trust. Like do you even deserve husband treatment? Like I feel like once guys don't overexert themselves, I feel like guys are really good at putting themselves first and will not overexert themselves. They'll pace themselves and will kind of only match.
It's almost like being a pushover a little, like, you know, like they'll give too much too fast.
Yeah, girls can, but guys will be like, I feel like they're just patient with it and they're more logical with it. Logically, they're like, okay, if I show this girl husband treatment, like it's not gonna speed anything up or like secure her spot.
I love how there's just saying like wifey treatment, but like where's the husband treatment saying at? Like what is husband treatment? That doesn't even exist.
I think husband treatment. Actually, I guess it depends on the girl. It's just different because every girl expects different things from a man. So it really depends. Like if you're more traditional, that might mean like paying for more things
That's
or
what I was
like
thinking,
picking you up and like doing more, tradition, like the more traditional role. Whereas like if you're more into equality, it might just mean like cooking dinner with you every night or like sharing the chores around the house.
Yeah.
And stuff.
What you said is like super reasonable, and I feel like you hit it like perfectly. Is like when a girl's trying to convince a guy to like her, she'll like try and do like as much as possible, and like, oh, like I'm gonna cook him this, I'm gonna do this. And like a lot of time, like I've talked to my friends, and like something weird to me is like a lot of girls think if they sleep with the guy enough, then eventually they can like convince him to like you. And it's like, to me, that I don't think that's ever gonna work. And like with a guy, like I feel like what you said about us like thinking about it more logically, it's like maybe not logically, but like I remember I was talking to this one girl, and like I was like trying to make it more serious. She was like still on the fence. And then I remember like it was during like February. It was during February, and Valentine's Day passed, and she got mad at me for not like taking her out or anything. And I laughed at that because I was like, well, you know, we're not official. Like you've been on the fence about this. Like I'm sorry, but I'm really not gonna do that.
Why would you do that? Yeah, when you're not even.
Yeah. And it's like, to me, it never occurred to me that, oh, if I take her to dinner, like
Then she might like me.
Yeah, because
she's thinking something like that. She's
Yeah.
thinking, oh, like if we do something for Valentine's Day, it will show
Then
like,
I'll
how good we are as a couple or something. Or
It's like reverse psychology. It's like everyone's always thinking opposite to
Yeah.
the other gender.
But it's like, to me, if I gotta take you out for a dinner for you to be like, no, I actually like the guy, then the question that I'm asking myself is, does she like the dinner or does she like me? Because then it's
That's a
like,
good
me
point.
personally, I'm like, if the dinner is what really made the difference, then maybe you just love crab and lobster or whatever.
I feel like girls though need to, think about pacing or wifey treatment a little bit nowadays because you're never gonna end up engaged. And I feel like men are allowed to like have their youth sometimes. Like I feel like guys are allowed to game for fucking 12 hours a day. But girls are out here like being very organized. Like I don't know, like maybe I'm being stereotypical, but they're like having to do multiple things. Like they're not just being careless, having a meal coming to them, having their mom doing their laundry. Like I feel like guys sometimes get their youth a little bit more than girls do.
I also feel like guys are not gonna refuse like good treatment.
That's
if
what
you're
I'm
giving
saying.
it to them, they're like okay. Like,
Girls are
whatever
more
you
likely
think.
to refuse, though. I never
Girls
even
be like, oh
thought
my
of
god,
that.
stop! You didn't have to. Like, oh my god, like we'll feel bad. I think guys, not that you guys are ruthless, but like you just kind of
They'll just take what you
they'll take it.
Some guys are very ruthless.
They'll take it
They
without
won't think twice.
question. So I feel like as a girl, like you could still do nice things for your man. If you're trying to impress your crush, you could do things every once in a while. But I think once it becomes a routine,
That's what, I think it's a
That's what
routine
really-
aspect.
and then he'll
aspect
see you
of
as
it.
like, oh, like I didn't have to do anything for you to do this for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're not gonna get that.
It's like
You're not gonna get a
reward.
man.
It's
You're
like,
the
Pavlov.
treatment.
Like it needs to be a reward.
She
Lord.
conditioning these men.
Hey,
Watch out,
you need
Dad.
to condition these men. That's how you
You
get
do.
them.